We all love a good old-fashioned ex-player turned manager. Whether they land a cushy little coaching role with the youth setup or go full-blown Edgar Davids and try to take on the English lower leagues, football fans dig it. Football Manager knows this more than anyone, and they seem to hand out managerial roles to any Gary, Phil or long bottom Neville going. So here are 9 players who become managers by 2027. Some are reasonably expected, some have gone to the very top and without any sign of a UEFA B licence, may I add, while others seem to have picked a random team out of the hat. Honestly, some of these are hilarious. Kickstarting the list then, we have Lee Cattermole. Now in real life, Cattermole's career does seem to be winding down. I mean, he rarely gets into a championship struggling Sunderland side. On Football Manager, he was lucky enough to make a 5 million move to Malaga and played in La Liga. Where did that come from? 3 years later, he decided to retire and become a coach. So, where is he coaching? Literally, I love this one. Of course, it's Arsenal. Who else fits the Arsenal way of life, their philosophy and approach to football? It's got to be Lee Cattermole. Okay, so he's not the manager, but he's still a really good coach. Over the next 10 years, Cattermole becomes a world-class coach with 18 for attacking, 18 adaptability and 17 tactical nous. I really think this is a wind-up by FM. At least Arsenal will finally have that missing bite added to their team. Perhaps it would have finally shut up Martin Keown on Match of the Day. Short and sweet, Emil Heskey, under-18s manager at Luton. Again, some cuckoo stats here with Heskey boasting 20 for attacking. The now 48-year-old on the game looks like he's slowly moulding himself into an elite level manager. I mean, Luton are going strong in 2027. They're in the Championship. And likely all because of the outstanding work Big Emil puts in at the youth level. Next up, Javier Mascherano. Now, here's a player with a huge trophy haul, a man who has been tested at the very top and has a complete understanding of the game, having transferred from midfielder to defender over his career. So, as you'd expect, he's naturally developed into a manager. But why at Mexican First Division side Monterrey? I mean, it's kinda cool and closer to his homeland Argentina, I guess. Monster Mash kept playing all the way until he was 38, leaving Barca in what would be the end of next season before playing for Marseille for 3 seasons. Weird, I could actually see that one happening. Anyway, he then took over Mexican outfit Pachuca and claimed the prestigious Copa Sudamerica before joining Monterrey. Things are going well there, 8 wins in 10 games, but in a cruel twist of fate, his side were knocked out by his old team Pachuca in the North American Cup. Phil Jagielka. In reality, the Everton CB is now 35 years old, older than you think, right? And surely time is coming to a close on his playing career. On FM, when he finally hangs up his boots, he decided to take the reins at Morecambe. They were immediately relegated from League 2 in 2021. Jags got the sack and now he's with Wrexham. With a win percentage of 25% and a goal difference of -62 over the 87 games he's managed in, if you're watching Jags, just retire, okay? Don't think about taking up management. Christian Fuchs, the Leicester City fullback who has an EPL title to his name, well, he becomes manager of Wolves. He actually becomes one of the best managers on this list, with 17 for defending and working with youngsters, 16 adaptability, and yeah, just decent around the board. Checking out his favoured personnel section, and he's still busy bees with those gang of history makers, including Robert Huth, Wes Morgan, Danny Simpson. In fact, he's employed Danny as a scout at Wolves, which is nice, isn't it? They can reminisce in the canteen about that time they won the Premier League. Jamie Vardy is also there, and if we click on him, whoa, apparently he becomes manager of Portsmouth. Sorry, but no, Jamie Vardy is not going to become a manager. And of Portsmouth in League 1, not happening. Imagine having Jamie Vardy as your manager. So on the international stage, and Samuel Eto'o is at the helm of Fenerbahce. In real life, the most decorated African player of all time has already stepped in as a caretaker player manager when he was in Turkey. With a wealth of experience, he'd definitely make a good manager and already knows the Turkish league well. Go down the bookies and put a bet on this one. I mean, Eto'o claims back-to-back Turkish trebles in 2025 and 2026 too. Interesting. Last up on the list, and although there are dozens to choose from, did you know that Cristiano Ronaldo becomes manager of Besiktas? The Portuguese forward keeps playing and scoring right up until 2024 when he retires with Real Madrid. You hear that? Not returning to Old Trafford or any bull like that. So if we're believing Football Manager, Ronaldo then acquires his Continental C and B licenses before taking over Besiktas a year later. I feel smug by saying this, even though it's only a game of course, but he's pants as a manager. His win ratio is just 30%, and presumably he wears a full kit as manager on the sidelines, tries taking everyone on in training, and he's probably roped in his son as the star striker. We compared him to Emil Heskey as a coach, and you better believe it, big Emil Heskey proves more useful as a director of football, as an assistant manager and as a coach. That does it for HITC Top Corner Gaming. Let us know in the comments who you could realistically see becoming a good manager in the future. Ronaldo at Besiktas maybe, or Emil Heskey at Luton under-18s. Remember to like and subscribe HITC Top Corner Gaming.